Good evening. We begin with a brand new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll and a pair of eye-openers in the Republican race. Donald Trump has more than doubled his lead nationally over Ted Cruz since December. Trump now leads the Republican pack at 33%. And in a clear sign, Republican voters are taking his campaign more seriously. 65% say they could now see themselves supporting Trump, up from 23% in March and narrowing the gap with Cruz, who at 71 tops on that question. It's a critical snapshot of the state of the race 2.5 weeks before the Iowa caucuses and just hours before tonight's Republican debate. Here's Hallie Jackson with the latest.
Filling up and counting down to tonight by the numbers. From 10 candidates this summer to 7 on the main stage tonight. Zero room for mistakes. And for the top 2, new challenges.
Thank you, and God
Ted
bless.
Cruz defending himself against news he borrowed money from Goldman Sachs, his wife's employer, for his first Senate run without telling the FEC, though he did file proper personal disclosures. The loans from Goldman and Citibank, up to $750,000.
It is an inadvertent filing question. The facts of the underlying matter have been disclosed for many, many years. It is not complicated. Our finances are not complicated.
Cruz knocking the New York Times report, now knocked off message, facing potentially a perception problem.
There are too many Republicans who are eager to bail out Wall Street,
which could contradict his narrative as a populist warrior. Was he trying to hide something by not putting the Goldman Sachs name on this loan when he was running as a Tea Partier in this?
No, and there's also the FEC filing of first-time candidates a little different than the ones who are incumbents. So he believed at the time that he filled out the form entirely correctly. I think people see it for what it is. It's really a big nothing burger.
Not to Donald Trump.
But I hear it's a very big thing. I hope he solves it. I think he's a nice guy, and I hope he gets it solved.
Trump hoping to kill Cruz with kindness, but facing a new kind of attack that he's not conservative enough. To New York for Iowa and New Hampshire.
When you want to knock New York, you got to go through me.
Everybody else fighting to take down the field's number 1.
There's really 2 contests going to be happening. Donald Trump and Ted Cruz will make all the headlines, but it's really the establishment guys that need to start making their moves.
But for now, our new poll shows more Republicans than ever could see themselves supporting Trump. Numbers he might like. As for other storylines, watch for the establishment candidates tonight to fight back against the frontrunners and fight each other with time running out to make their case to voters. Will Marco Rubio again come out as one of the perceived winners? And how will Jeb Bush, Chris Christie, and John Kasich try to stand out? They've been hitting each other hard, Lester, particularly in New Hampshire. So let's see how it plays out here in South Carolina.
Hallie Jackson. Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. And click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.